these are all the Trachycarpus palms that we have at either side. And we're going to look at them one by one. Let's start at this end. So this is Trachycarpus tachylcomum, and that is grown pretty strongly this year. Several strong beefy leaves have grown out of there, a lot firmer than the older floppier ones. And then next to that is a much smaller Trachycarpus nanus, which is quite hard to see where it's growing from. It's sort of had old leaves at the back and it's sort of moved forwards and starting to grow from the front now. And then next to that we have Trachycarpus latisectus. These are beautiful thick glossy green leaves, very distinctive, very different from the other Trachycarpus palms. And that's put out 2 leaves so far, and the third one will come out in the next month or so. And the next one we've got is this basic Trachycarpus fortunii, the most common Trachycarpus palm. And again, nice firm stiffish leaves, and it's grown pretty well and strongly as well. Next to that is the slowest growing one. This is Trachycarpus geminisectus. This has grown this year, this one leaf, just this one leaf, and then this spear will hopefully open as well, so it'll probably have done 2 leaves by the end of the year. Next to that we have Trachycarpus princeps, beautiful bluey silver leaves. Look at the underside of those, gorgeous colour on that. That's pretty strong, it's grown about 3 leaves, pretty firm plant in the ground as well. This here is the old growth point. As you can see, that's rotting away, that's the original plant, and that died back, and then all this growth has come from the side of the original plant. And the next one we have, this is Trachycarpus nanus. Again, that's crept a bit. It was growing at the side and then it's growing at a bit of an angle now. These are nice healthy glossy green leaves, should be like the fortunii but thicker, stronger and hardier plant as well. The next one, if you look at the side of this should be Trachycarpus ucralensis, but this is growing really thick, really fast growing actually, and as you can see it started to grow here. These are the old leaves, didn't know which way to grow, and then all of a sudden it's grown straight up in this direction. It's a bit of a question mark whether or not it is Trachycarpus ucralensis. Nice stiff leaves on this, not really bluish underneath, quite green, but really strong growth on that. It's quite big as well, quite quick growing. And if you look next to this, it's very similar to this Trachycarpus princeps hybrid, which is the fastest growing Trachycarpus palm by a long way. This was a small plant. Look at the size of these leaves now, they're massive. And also look at the trunk on that, it's grown from about there, well actually probably about there to where it is now in about 2.5–3 years. So it's got over about 50 centimetres of trunk from ground to about this point here. Lots of fluffy tomentonum on the sides here, and bluish on the underside of the leaves as well. Now the next one is a much smaller one at the moment, and that is a proper Trachycarpus tachyle. This has got bluish on the underside and quite sort of long, sort of almost curly leaves. And this spear pulled last winter, so all this growth here, all this has grown this summer because it died from the middle over winter and it's pushed out all this growth since. This one, Trachycarpus machinus nepalform, shouldn't be hardy at all, but it's grown 3 new leaves so far this year, and they're very thin and very fluffy along the edges as well, and very fluffy in the middle. That's grown quite well, but the old leaves do die back in winter with the frost. And then the last one here is Trachycarpus wagnerianus. This is a type of Fortunei with the much smaller, stiffer leaves. Quite a pretty one, very distinctive, very different from the rest of the species and forms. And that's grown very, very well as well. It's doubled in height in 2 years.
Okay, Howard.
This is Trachycarpus nova, and this is extremely fast growing. It's almost as tall as me now, and this was a tiny sort of a 1 litre plant when I planted it 4 years ago. Really long leaves. It is in a bit of shade here, so it has stretched out a bit, but it does have these really, really long leaf stems or petioles, which are about 70-80 centimetres long on their own. That's very fast growing. Now this is a real Trachycarpus eucorolensis. You can see it's got loads of curly, fluffy bits to the side, edges to the leaves here. Loads and loads and loads of fluff on the leaf stems, the petioles, and the emerging leaves are almost woolly. And the back of these leaves, which are very large now, nice finely divided leaves, is quite bluish on the back as well, quite glaucous. This is the real one, and this is pretty slow growing because it's about 10-11 years old from seed. Been planted out for 4 years now. It's getting nice big leaves, pretty hardy as well. So this is my Trachycarpus aureophilus. The very fine fronded leaves, sort of bluish on the back of the leaf there. And as you can see, it's grown pretty tall. The top of the leaves from the bottom of the plant are approaching about 1.70 m ish. It's quite tall. And this is from northern Thailand. It's hard to get this plant now. It seems to be doing okay with a bit of winter protection in my garden.